Hello and welcome to the Bike Century. My name's Ben and today we're going to be looking around another CFMOTO. If you weren't already aware, we're CFMOTO main dealers and we've got a load of videos on all the other bikes as well. But today is a really exciting day because we've been waiting for this particular bike to come through. This is a CLX 700 Sport. Now we've got the Heritage Edition and there's another video of that if you want to watch it, but today we're looking at the Sport. I'm really excited about this bike. This is a bike that will contend with Yamaha's MT-07, Ducati's Scrambler, Kawasaki's Z650, that kind of marketplace. So it's just under 700 cc's. It's a parallel twin, so an incredibly fuel efficient, tried and tested motor, very similar to Kawasaki's Z650 engine with a little bit more power, just over 70 horsepower, which in a bike this size is more than enough for the roads. Enough about that stuff. More about this bike. So Chinese made, lots of misconceptions about Chinese bikes, and some of them are true, I have to say, but in this case you need to come and have a look at this bike before you pass any kind of judgment. The standard specification and build quality on this is absolutely exceptional. It will stand toe to toe with any of the Japanese or European equivalents, I must say, and you'll see that as we go around the bike. This particular one's our demonstrator. We do have a heritage model as well, so if you want to ride them back to back to compare the two, you're more than welcome. This is aimed more at someone who doesn't want to take a pillion all the time, maybe every now and then, just want something light, really cool looking, that you're not going to see too many of on the road. They're a fantastic bit of kit, this. So let's start at front. So big old 300mm discs, and they are paired with Brembo 4-pot caliper brakes, something that you just don't see on Chinese bikes. The 4-pots on these are, they're fantastic. I mean, they're great bits of kit, the same sort of thing that you'd see on Ducatis, some of the Suzukis and stuff like that. Twin discs on this model compared to the Heritage, and braided hoses are standard, so loads of stopping power on this bike. The bike's paired with Pirelli tyres as standard. These are Angel GTs, I believe, so a dual compound, harder in the centre, good edge grip, good all-round sports touring tyre. The front end of this bike is very, very cool. There's lots of subliminal X's for the CLX everywhere, and the first one you'll see is embedded in the headlight, and I'll turn it on in a second so you can see it. But fantastic looking front end, lots of these fluoro little touches here and there, LED indicators, lots of this kind of mock carbon, but it's it actually works. It looks really nice. It doesn't look nasty or tacky at all. It looks absolutely lovely. Around this side, everything's finished in a matte black with the silver accents. The engine casings and everything like that are good quality. The exhaust system, as you can see, is well crafted. There is a big catalytic converter under there, and I do expect that over time lots of people will want to replace this exhaust, but it's not a bad looking one, I have to say. It's under the belly, it's nice and tidy. It sounds like a conventional parallel twin, as you'd expect, maybe a little bit deeper, as you'll hear when we start the bike up. So one of the main differences between this and the Heritage is the back end, and it's a really nice one. So kind of think Ducati Diavol-esque. It's got these little slits cut into it, presumably for some sort of aerodynamics with the fluoro accents. Again, some of the mock carbon fibre on the side. It's a really, really nice looking back end. Now, from a pillion perspective, obviously you've got pillion pegs, and CFMOTO have opted to do something similar to what KTM do. So this is actually a soft material and actually is the seat. So, as I said about pillions, if you're looking for a bike to take pillion out on regularly, this is probably not the right bike for you. But if you just need something there in case of an emergency, then obviously it will do the job. But it's very KTM RC390-esque. It looks like a solid seat, but actually it's not. So in the back end, again, we've got Brembo calipers, big old rear disc, loads of stopping power on the back end. Nice little touches like the chain adjusters. They're really well machined and really easy to use, easy to access. There's some nice CFMOTO stickers just on the inside of the rims, and similar again to the Ducati Diavol and the Scramblers, the plate is mounted behind the rear wheel, and again we've got a Pirelli at the back. The rear lights, again I'll show you in a second when we turn the bike on, but the rear lights are LED, and again they look fantastic when it's all lit up. The quality of this bike, I have to say, is very, very good. Again, you know, so many misconceptions about Chinese brands. Some of them founded, some of them not. But I think if you come and look at this, pound for pound, it will go toe to toe with any of the Jap bikes. The quality doesn't stop there. Obviously, we've got really nice bar end mirrors. Again, that's a difference to the Heritage model. We've got a proper Brembo master cylinder up here, good quality slave cylinders for the brakes there. Again, this headlight has got the X embedded in the front of it, which I'll show you in just a second. We've got an adjustable clutch lever. Again, something you don't see with a lot of Japanese bikes. A really nice touch there. It does look quite Brembo-esque. Whether or not that's a Brembo, I don't know. Standard specification on these bikes, it comes with 2 engine modes, so Sport and Eco. You also get cruise control. I mean, you just don't see that on a 7 grand bike. In the cockpit, you've got more of this mock carbon fibre. It's a really nice finish. You get 2 keys with the bike. Everything's really nicely finished. All the textures are really nice. It's a really cool bit of kit. So, turning the ignition on, you've got a fully digital dash. You can see straight away that this bike does come with ABS. Obviously, you've got a fuel gauge, which is somewhat of a novelty in a lot of bikes. You can see your cruise control indication here, so you can see what you've set the speed to. Obviously, you've got your rev counter, you've got your speed, and then you've got your clock as well. Just spinning back round to the front so I can show you this light. Obviously, cameras never do it justice, but you can see that daytime running light, the X on the front, really looks cool, very, very nice. And also, if we just flick the indicators on through as well, you can see there, like, we've got LED indicators front and rear. And if I just shoot round to the back, there you go. So really cool back end as well with these LED lights. So back up the front, let's give her a turn over so you can have a listen. So one thing we noticed straight away with this was that when you flick between the engine modes, there's a distinctive change in the throttle pickup. So it goes from being quite soft in Eco to quite responsive in Sport. So there's clearly a very distinctive definition between the 2 modes on the bike, which is fantastic. And obviously that translates when you're riding on the road. This bike is just under £7,000. Plus the on the road, so 7.2 on the road. If you compare that to an equivalent MT-07, the Ducati Scrambler, there's a big save in there, and this bike comes with a 4-year warranty, which is unheard of pretty much on sports nakeds as well. We're able to offer 0% finance on this bike. We offer all the usual dealer trimmings like UK-wide delivery at a small cost, obviously servicing and parts, all that kind of stuff, and all the usual dealer backup. As I said, this is a demonstrator and it's now available. It's on the road, so if you do want to come and have a ride, please give us a shout. Obviously the weather at the moment is not amazing, but we do have this. We have the Heritage as well. There's a link in the description below for the Heritage, so you can have a look at that. If you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're on WhatsApp, we've got live chat on our website and on Auto Trader. We've got all the social medias, or of course, you can pop into the showroom for a chat. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.